Hello YouTube, welcome to the channel. Now then, before we get into today's video, just a quick apology. I've not been posting up a great deal of content to the channel of late. This is because just recently I've been feeling a little bit under the weather and I've not been feeling either physically or mentally capable of producing videos for YouTube, so that's why it's all sort of stopped. I do feel a little bit better today, so hence I'm going to have a pop at making the video I should have made months ago, but hopefully getting to the bottom of it, and it will get sorted soon. But anyway, it's enough of me complaining. What have we got on the desk today? Well, we've got an LDRC 1803 NSX Replica drift car. Now this is a proper drift car because it's rear wheel drive. Now Banggood sent me this little car months and months ago, and unfortunately I have lost the unboxing footage and all the previous footage I made for this. So anyway, we're gonna have to do it without the box, unfortunately. Now I wasn't able to finish the review because when it turned up, the box actually was damaged, and one of these little front or the rear hubs came damaged. So basically I couldn't use it. It wasn't Banggood's fault. It wasn't the manufacturer's fault. It had literally looked like it had been squashed in transit, so it came broke. Now, in all fairness to Banggood, it did take them, like I say, it did take them a few months, but they did eventually manage to track down some spare parts for me and send me some spare parts. Now, I think they had to go to the manufacturer for these because I'm not even sure you can get spare parts from them. But anyway, they came through and sent me some replacements. So this is precisely why it's on the desk at the moment. I'm just repairing it. So we're going to do a review on it now that the spare parts have turned up. And I thought we could have a quick look underneath, seeing as I've still got the thing apart from when I repaired it. Now it's basically, like I say, a rear-wheel drive drift car based on an NSX. Underneath, it actually looks like a WPL ESC receiver combo, I must admit. So you can have a look under there. Steering servo is a little 3-wire micro steering servo, and all the wheels on it adjustable for camber and towing, etc. A bit like a proper little drift car, really. Now my brother's into drifting, and his drift car that he's spent well, it's worth hundreds of pounds, and this thing I think is retailing on Banggood at the moment for about 38 quid, which is about $45. So I'm not expecting this to be anything brilliant, but we're going to give it a whirl. It has got a gyro in it, which hopefully is a lot better than the little gyros in some of the drift cars, the cheaper drift cars I've tried, because they tend to be rubbish. It comes with, I'll put it all together in a minute. It comes with obviously the transmitter. Now this is typical LDRC fare. I don't like these transmitters, they feel horrible. I mean, they're too small basically, but there's a load of features on here which I'm going to check out in a minute. It comes with a load of accessories, and we've got some wing mirrors, etc. for the body. We've got some indicators, we've got some bits and pieces for the transmitter, like a little grip and a little bit of foam for the wheel, and we've got some spares, like a screwdriver, and I think there's like a completely different kind of rear wing you can have on, but I think we're going to keep it the proper NSX style, not going to add to it. But anyway, let's put this thing together. I want to see, I think it's got pop-up lights as well, this thing has. Like I say, I think this thing's about 38 quid, which is about $45, so it's not expensive. But like I say, unfortunately, the unboxing footage in the box has long since disappeared for this, so we're going to have to pretend. But that's pretty much what you get in the box. I'm going to continue to put this thing back together. Oh, well, it's a 260 brushed motor, I think. I do like the little plastic case this has got, which covers all the gubbins underneath. But anyway, I'm going to put this thing back together, charge the battery, and then we're going to try this bad boy. is this though?
What?
A quick go with the LDRC 1803. What do we think of it? Well, let's have some good and bad points. Let's not break with tradition. We'll go with the bad ones first. Straight out of the box, you'll have to go round each wheel and sort of adjust the towing and the camber, because from the factory they were all over the place. It was quite obvious when I took it out of the box as well. So before you start using this thing, I would recommend that you spend sort of 20-30 minutes, go round and adjust all the wheels. Second thing I've got written down on my list is the spares backup for these things. I mean, Banggood came through in the end and got me a rear wheel hub, but that was, I think it was sent directly from the factory. So from a spares point of view, I'm not sure what the spares backup is like on these things. And the third thing for me, and this is just my personal opinion, I'm not a massive fan of drift cars. I think for me personally, they've got a very limited appeal, because once you've been spinning around a set of cones a few times or trying to get a curve, I mean, it would be better on like a proper little drift track, I would imagine. But sort of on my living room floor, got a bit bored of it very quickly. Okay, then let's have some good points, shall we? Now, I personally think this is a great looking little model, and it is a decent representation of Honda NSX. Love the pop-up headlights. Everybody loved the pop-up headlights. I thought they were really cool. So, I mean, for a model for sticking on your shelf, it's actually pretty good. And you know, as a positive byproduct, it's a reasonable little drift car as well. Now, the second good point I've got written down on my list is, out of all the budget drift cars I've been sent to try, this is probably the best one so far. And it does actually make a reasonable attempt at drifting around the cones. And I'm sure with a bit more practice and patience, I could get it to go around a lot smoother than I've probably made it look a lot worse than it was, to be honest. But out of all the drift cars so far, the budget ones, this is the best. Now, the price of this thing is another good point. 38 quid at the moment on special offer. Isn't a lot of money to pay for something like this. So, you know, if you didn't like it or you weren't that enamoured with it, it's cheap as chips. Another good point was the battery life on this thing, which seems to be excellent as far as I can tell. I didn't run the battery out at all. I was using it for about half an hour whilst trying to film the video. Battery life seems, even though it's a small battery, seems pretty good. Right then, conclusion time. Would I recommend the LDRC 1803 to you guys? Well, I'm going to say this sort of thing doesn't really float my boat, unfortunately. So I'm not a massive fan of these little drift cars, because to me personally, I think they've got limited appeal. But if you were in the market for one and you fancied something like, you know, a decent replica of a proper car, then I must admit they take some beating, especially at 38 quid, which is about $45. It's not a lot of money to spend on something like this. And the electronics, although sometimes intrusive, you can turn them down a bit, and the electronics aren't that bad. So on the whole, nothing broke, nothing fell off. So I would say, yeah, 38 quid, it's not a bad little drift car. As ever, I will leave a link in the description to where you can go and get this thing from. There are a range of different body shells that LDRC make in this particular little car. Big thumbs up to Banggood for sponsoring this video. And if you found it of some use and interest, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you're feeling that way inclined, hit that subscribe button for more similar future content. Hopefully, I'll catch you again very soon. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you again.